We are at Leslieville, Alberta, and this guy's got 299 heifers. They were brought in here at, I believe he says 780 pounds. They've been in here, I believe, going on maybe 2 months. And these will be cattle that he's already marketed, forward contracted for some delivery this fall. They're all heifers. But he's got water. He's got water out here, folks, and so you can do some of these kind of things. Can't do it without water. They're not having to walk very far to get water. You can see the strip that they were on right here, and he's getting a tremendous amount of carbon trampled on the ground, a good litter bank. It's all been disturbed, even the humps. Here's a hump. You can see when I say hump, there's my foot, and down there's the ground. It got disturbed. And this is primarily meadow foxtail. And I've been hearing a lot of people complain about meadow foxtail. It's just really bad stuff. I would say you wouldn't want to tell these heifers that. They're eating it like candy. Why are they eating it like candy? Well, the owner, John, and the managers, I think he said they're getting 5 grazings out of this a year. 5 in Alberta. That's unheard of. Most people are getting 1, maybe 2 at the most, but not 5. He's keeping it vegetative, and so the heifers are just cranking. They're eating it. If you let it get really old and mature, they're not going to eat it. But yeah, I think some of these cattle are doing close to 2 pounds a day. I believe I heard that from someone on meadow foxtail. But everybody curses. It's terrible grass. Well, is it? Not if you can make heifers look like that. But you gotta keep it short. They're grazing it down, they're beating the heck out of it. And they're moving them. They're moving these animals. They're getting moved. In other words, they're not taking it down to the dirt. But, you know, here's a good idea. So that plant was 12 to 14 inches high. And they're stopping. They're stopping at about 7. They're taking about half. I would say some of this they took more than half. But you know what? They're not on it anymore. And the only reason he didn't put a back fence here, it was kind of a show deal, just to show people what he's doing. Oh, that is some beautiful, beautiful grass. Shorty Finsky took a spade and dug out here in this grass for a soil sample. And it was pretty impressive. I mean, the smell on that soil was just through the roof. Really good soil, had good soil structure. You could see the soil cheese being formed. A really good layer of carbon. The legumes actually had nodules on the roots, and they'd already released all the nitrogen, but they were fixing nodules out of the air. And look at those animals. I get tickled when people say, oh, it's just grass. It's just grass. Is it just grass? Or is it a way to make a living without owning a lot of equipment? I was talking to a couple today, and they sold all their equipment. This guy, he's an older, I think he's older than I am. That's him over there, John. That's his fence gate. Watch this. So he's pulled the pin on that post, and he's got a piece, it's not PVC, it's ABS. And it's about 8 foot tall. It's got a V in the bottom of it. And he's gonna raise that wire up. There you go. And that's his gate. So the cattle can graze this alley he's got over here. He's gonna get some pressure on that alley. These cattle have learned, and they see that. John just raised it up. Look at that. Look at that wire. It's stretching from that post clear over to that post. And all he had for a pin on there was a golf tee, a wooden golf tee. So you can pull it out without getting shocked. Just a nice looking bunch of heifers. Really nice looking bunch of heifers. Well, that one there is just slick as a button. Look at her. Just slick, slick, slick. So John gets paid to graze, not by the pound of gain. He gets paid by the pound of animals. So let's just say there's 800-pound heifers and there's 300 of them. That's 240,000 pounds. So he's getting paid to graze 240 animal units, because an animal unit is 1,000 pounds. Okay? You got to go by weight, because a 1,000-pound animal is going to eat more than a 500-pound animal. You can't just go by the head, you got to go by the weight. Check this out. I'll go up and show you this gate he just put in. This is his gate. He's got several of these. Look at this. So this one doesn't have a golf tee. It's got a plastic pin. He pulled that pin. And now the reason he's got that poly tape on there, that's electrified. The reason he put that on there like that is the heifers come over here and rub on that and knock it down. Well, then he doesn't have a gate open anymore. So by putting that poly tape on there, he just taped it on, and it goes all the way up to there. It's electrified. If they rub on that, they're going to get shocked. See, it's just the gravity, the pressure of that wire is keeping it in that V. Big old gate. There's 300 head here. They can easily all go through here. A whole lot better than a 12-foot gate. Isn't that a pretty scene? I mean, they look like, I don't know, like you just took a stamp and stamped out a bunch of beautiful heifers. They're all the same. They all look the same. I mean, some of them are slicked off, but I mean, as far as size, I think the owner told me they were 780 when he brought them in. Yeah. Boy, I mean, all you can hear out there is ka-chink, 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 ka-chink. Yeah. We're in Leslieville, Alberta, on John's farm. Pretty darn cool. Anyway, the lightning's coming. There's supposed to be thunderstorms, and they said they didn't want this to be an electrical shocking event. So we got to head back, but I just wanted to share this with you folks. This is in Canada. They're grazing this field 4 to 5 times a year, and it is the foxtail. You can see the height that they're keeping it. Very vegetative. The animals are absolutely cranking. I don't see the death triangle on any of them. The death triangle would be the sunken in spot right there by the hip bone. They don't have it. They're all full. So these cows are gonna fill up in probably less than an hour. And it's because it's really tender and they're getting a full bite. Yep. So they're trampling, they're fertilizing, and they're eating all at the same time. Folks, I'm going to get out of here. Everybody have a good one. And this is our last conference in Alberta. Jan and I have been on a whirlwind tour. We've done 9, and we've been gone from our farm almost a month. And so it'd be nice to get back and reunite with Isaac and Jackson and Ike. They've been holding down the fort at Green Pastures Farm, and we'll see y'all next time. Have a good one.